I've warned them. It's in the Bible. No bumming. Not in those words. Leviticus 28:11. Any man who lieth with another man as he doth a woman, they are both an abomination and shall surely be put to death. Basically, no bumming. Leviticus 28:11.
Well, that is not correct in any shape or form, Ricky, and I kind of think you know that. But you're kind of taking a chance on the fact that no one's going to bother to check. Which, of course, they're bound to, especially if enough people watch your special. So guys, let me level with you before we go any further with this video. I am a Christian, I work in the comedy industry, and that's why I was watching Ricky Gervais's new special on Netflix called Supernature. And I got to this bit. I didn't get further than this bit. I kept rewinding this bit, especially when he quotes the Bible verse, because something wasn't sitting quite right with me. Now, he is quoting apparently from Leviticus, and he's saying, you know, he's doing this routine in which he is talking about the idea that God created AIDS, right? And I couldn't watch beyond this bit because I just found it so demoralizing to watch. So that's why he's referencing homosexuality. And he's quoting from Leviticus to say this is where God says it's wrong. And he says, Leviticus 28:11 says, you shall not do this and that, and they'll be put to death. But there's a problem, guys. A massive problem. Look, here's my Bible, right? I've got my Bible right here. Open in Leviticus, right? It's in Leviticus. And you can see right there, that is chapter 27. I hope you can see that. Chapter 27. Chapter 27 goes over the page, right? So I turn the page, still in chapter 27. And look, Leviticus is then finished. And we're moving on to Numbers. Yes, there is no 28th chapter of Leviticus. So therefore there cannot be a Leviticus 28:11. It isn't there. Now, there are verses in Leviticus that condemn homosexuality. And you know what? Even Stewie in Family Guy quotes that particular verse from Leviticus. But unlike Ricky Gervais, he actually gets the reference correct.
So Dad's gonna be gay forever?
Possibly, Meg. So we're all just gonna have to get used to this and learn to accept your father for who he is now.
Oh, great plan, Lois. Hey, here's a nutty idea. Ever read the Bible? Leviticus 18:22.
Stewie, you're judgmentally quoting Bible verses and you don't even know how to read.
Welcome to America, Brian.
So why does this annoy me? Well, as a Christian, it annoys me because you're not misquoting from the Bible. You are literally making up a passage from the Bible that isn't in there.
Leviticus 28:11. Any man who lieth with another man as he doth a woman, they are both an abomination and shall surely be put to death.
And your audience, however many thousand of them are gathered in that particular room when you recorded this special, are so biblically illiterate, they will not know that you have made that quote up. They won't know. Unless they go and check for themselves, they won't know. And likely they won't check because, like Ricky Gervais, because they follow Ricky Gervais, they too are staunch atheists. And they trust more in science than they do in any other thing. And they believe all religion is false and just made up lunacy for idiots like me. But there is a challenge to your credibility if you are going to say you're quoting from a text and not only misquote, but go one step further and make up stuff. Because if you're going to make up stuff and not make a joke about the fact that I just made up that quote, then your credibility is challenged. What else are you saying that is not credible simply to back up what may be a good or a bad joke? We don't know. He could say whatever he wants and people would believe him. And that to me is kind of dangerous. Now this may not anger you, you may not care at all about this. I don't know how many people are going to watch this video. All I wanted to do is make this point as a Christian and say, look, it annoys me when people misquote the Bible. If you're going to quote the Bible, quote it correctly, even if you're going to make fun of it. You see, Ricky Gervais has a history of doing this. I remember when I saw his first or second stand-up show, it was either Animals or Fame, where he does this whole routine about creation, and he quotes from Genesis. I'm not going to put in this video because I'll get another copyright strike. But he quotes from the creation story, he talks about Adam and Eve being tempted by the serpent, and again he misquotes. He leaves bits out of the story to make it sound better in order to aid his comedy. Now I get it, you want to make your jokes funny, but I just think you're doing it with the Bible. If you were making jokes about the Muslim faith, would you misquote the Quran for the sake of your joke? Maybe. But people like Ricky Gervais follow, you know, a lot of these kind of pagan philosophers, like Carl Sagan. So if I was to do a joke about Carl Sagan and misquote Carl Sagan, I'm sure they'd all get on my case as well. If I was to misquote Shakespeare, a lot of people would get on my case. So why misquote the Bible? Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And if you have an opinion about this, leave your comment below. Goodbye.